Hey, one person, go ahead into the room, enter a thumbs up. Who's on here? Dorian? Or is it? Mm, I know it's not twisting locks. Go ahead and say hey for the algorithm. Please hit the thumbs up. I much appreciate. I'll start in a few minutes, see who comes on. All right, y'all, come on in the room. Then I'll start. All right, I guess I'll start. Well, as you see, I'm home. They offered VTO, and pretty much it's like they didn't really seem to need anyone. But one of the things that was said today when we had our little stand-up meeting was if this is your first peak, meaning this is the season where everything, I guess they anticipate on the holidays and they hire like thousands of people. And then when they don't need you no more, that's it. So, anyways, they said if you don't if you don't make rate, which is the number of items they require you to stow per hour, ones who don't make rate, they say, that's when they start letting people go. Right around after the holidays. And pretty much Amazon is like, you don't make your numbers and they don't need you no more. You know? Hey, Lindert. Uh-oh. Oh, consistency. Well, I'm not monetized anyway. So well, you know what? Are you talking about with Amazon? If you talking about Amazon, I can't tell. I don't know because one, since I've been transferred over there to Stone Mountain, um, I pretty much take VTO. I've taken VTO more times since I've been there than I've been working there, you know. And they so funny about things because let me tell you, I could stow whatever they give me and pretty much um they want you to do like 250 something an hour or whatever. But the thing is, you can't really you don't really get constant work to do anything in a particular hour, you know? So I can't even really say. Because number one, I'm not on the floor where, hey, KDD, that's a new one. I never seen your name. Go ahead and enter the thumbs up, y'all. It's three of y'all. I should have at least three thumbs ups. So I don't know. Because nobody came to me to tell me what the numbers were. Nobody went over any stats or nothing of the sort. So I wouldn't know where I stand. You know why? I mean, I've been there. Let me see. I think it's been, I want to say it's been about 5 weeks. It seemed like it's been long, but it hasn't. So I don't know if they give you like a probationary time to see where you at, but the way I look at it, um, if nobody came to me yet about anything other than what happened a couple weeks ago, then they're not really much going to say anything. Because if you do something wrong or whatever, or what they perceive that you did something wrong, they'll come to you over some craziness. Now I'm not gonna go in it. I'm not gonna go over it because see, one thing I know is that people be watching the videos, and I work with someone. I work with somebody who actually um saw saw my I'll get to it. They actually saw my video. Well, they were looking up about Amazon or whatever, and my video came up, and the next day or whatever, the person says, "Yeah, you lady, da da da," and she had just saw my video the day before, but she said she doesn't comment on anything. So, but anyway, one of the things that was mentioned today during our little stand-up meeting, that's when you're supposed to go over some things or whatever the case may be. Amazon hires a lot of people during the holidays. And then if you don't make rate, they let people go. And that's not really unusual because they always do that. That happened to me last year when I worked at Amazon in Duluth with the groceries. For months, they had me being a social distance person, walking around, making sure everybody was had their mask on and taking temperatures when they come in the building or whatever the case may be. And then um and then as time went by, I guess people weren't coming to work or whatever the case may be. They says, "Oh, we don't have anybody coming in this early in the morning. You know, we need you to do whatever." So that did it. Pick the groceries and stuff, going in the freezer and back and forth. And the minute I was already permanent. It's like they Amazon like to piece out what they want to give you in terms of benefits and things like that. They piece it out at a time. So the minute I became more like a permanent Buddha badge, I'm at home working my other job, and then the manager calls me on the phone talking about you were off task for 10 minutes on this day and 30 minutes off that day and all this kind of stuff. We gotta let you go. Talking crazy. You could have told me that when I came to work. So that was kind of unusual. And it was right around this time, too. Oh, shoot, I hate this thing. I thought I deactivated this battery. And that's what they did. Come calling me. We gotta let you go, this and that. It was right around the I want to say it was like the middle of November. It was around the middle of November or towards the end of November. I knew it was somewhere. It was somewhere to if I had to think, let me see. I had to think it was right around the time when peak is kind of over, you know. So it was right around towards the end of November because usually Amazon peak time starts around that time. They don't want you to take no days off. Yeah, call me at home. I was like, Jimmy Bob, better get up my phone, calling me all crazy. And that's what happened. First of all, there wasn't what he told me. It was so inaccurate because I'm off task if I'm the social distance person, and yeah, they do what they want, and then half the time the scanner was had the battery was dead. You couldn't find a scanner. They didn't have enough scanners and all that. All that kind of crazy stuff. You know, so that was that. I didn't. Frankly, when I was working there, um, I was already kind of cutting myself thin anyway. I was working at Wayfair at the time, and I was working in the morning. So literally, by the time I got home from Amazon, working 12 hours, that's how that has to go against company policy. Well, you know what? They do what they want to do because see, they don't, Amazon don't even really have anyone you could speak to that's in HR or whatever the case may be. You could send them an email or whatever, but that's about it. They didn't even pay me for my pay when I worked there at one time. I said I didn't get paid when I came in the first day. We put a ticket in. We put a ticket in. They had months. I didn't get my bonus, the sign-on bonus that I was telling y'all about earlier in the summer. They had a sign-on bonus. They gonna tell me, "Oh, you didn't qualify for the bonus." I said, "No." It said that if you when they was hiring, there was $1,000 sign-on bonus, and I never got it. And I'm not gonna let that go. Don't trust and believe. I'm not gonna let that go. So um, that's what Amazon does. They always hire thousands and thousands of people and pay them. Oh, we got a $3,000 sign on. They were trying to entice people with these sign on bonuses. Oh, we got a sign on bonus. Come on, work with us and da 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 da. And then they don't tell you that they don't give it to you all at once. They give it to you in pieces. You get half of the sign on bonus after 3 months. No, not even 3 months. It's like 3 months you get $500, and then 90 days you get the other part, and then if you manage to stay there like 4 months, you get the other rebate. It's like they stack it because they figure okay, they figure um they'll use you for what they want you to do, for some of them months, and right before that time period comes along, um, mm, well, you know what? I'm trying to study web development with generation that I've been taking during the week, Monday through Friday, from 11 to 7, and I'm not trying to really. I'm tired of really windmilling my ways to all these different jobs. I mean, the post office is good. Don't get me wrong, but the thing about with the post office is that they're not federal for one, and they kind of take it's like they're not under the government system, and they take a long time to really hire people on when they do you. When they hire people, it take a minute for them to really hire you. And they don't really when they say, "Oh, we hiring, we looking for people," they be only looking, it'd be like 5 people on the list, 5 people at any type of location or whether if it's a processing center. They don't hire batches of people like thousands of people at one time. You know? That's the only thing about that. You could go take the test, and then if you pass the test, they put your name on the list, and then when they need people, they go base it on the list. And you don't even know it's like Section 8. You apply, get on Section 8, then you be on the list. You don't know when your number's gonna come up, but when it comes up, it's like you forgot all about it. I'm like, mm-mm. Now the post office, they do tend to hire during the holiday season. See, that's what they don't tell you that they're only looking for people during the holidays. You don't get no benefits, and they may hire you during during the holiday season if they need you. And the reason why I know that is because my niece, she applied for the post office, but because she has health issues, um, she didn't get on. So hey, so anyway, that's what basically going on. I worked as a casual years ago in my 20s. All these jobs and all these places, they be like, "Well, we need hire, we hiring," but then with this great resignation and people, they've having a hard time finding people. See, people, they getting tired of all the mess. You know, they getting real tired of the mess. See, now you can see in some instances you can negotiate type of work environment and everything else you in. People are tired of that. You know, there's a lot of that's what the post office call their temporary workers. FedEx is the same way. FedEx, um, UPS, they be hiring people during the holiday season, helpers. You be in the truck next to the person and you help them with the packages and stuff. You know, they pay pretty good, but you'll be really, really humping and working. But I don't know. A lot of people ain't trying to be doing all that. That's why so many people resorting to do these gig work. And I'm not saying that you can make anything with Uber Eats and stuff, but people, I don't know. I ain't read my email today. Nope, I did not see no email. Nope. And besides, I'm getting too many email and it probably didn't go through. Okay. Where do you work at, KDD? You know what? I'm just gonna keep working as much as I can because, like I said, come December, I'll be doing something totally. I'll be going back to. Get away here, cat. When I go back, December come, I have to do the refresh training. So, okay. I'm just trying to upgrade my skills and pursue other options. And I'm doing the things that I'm doing now. One thing I could say is TurboTax. That might be seasonal. And what? If you ain't got nothing more important to say, don't be texting me because you keep talking about. I can't even see. Let me see. Talking to see what you yapping about. I ain't got a picture on the side. I can't even see what you. All I see is the side. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hey, Dorian. Hey, Brooklyn. Yeah, that's what I said. My topic was pre-Happy Halloween. That's what I was doing. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just doing other different things, and it's amazing how when I worked up there in Jefferson or Brazelton, I was there every day. My plans for Halloween, I'll probably go on Amazon, go right on the Amazon, and then they say, "Oh, we got Pete VTO." You know, I'm gonna try to stay tomorrow, but um, I heard that. I heard that. Just ridiculous. You gonna pay immigrants on the border thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not saying I so much agree with the reparations and stuff. You know that every black person, should get reparations. Um, but if you really want to do something, pay black folks reparations. And I ain't talking about a few $1,000s either. Pay that. Well, I don't know they're gonna pay millions, but I don't know if they're gonna pay millions. But he didn't even want to Biden didn't even want to just have people pay $50,000 of student loans to forgive $50,000 of your student loans. Shoot, I'm still trying to go back and figure out if they gonna forgive my loans based upon what they gave me. Talking about, yeah, I heard that. I didn't even read it. I didn't even look at it. I just saw that. And that's it. I didn't even deep. I didn't even delve into that because um he said one thing about, oh, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna forgive student loans $50,000, and then all of a sudden come back and don't even do it. So, and let me say this one thing, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but um, black folks, we fell for the okey doke. We sure did. I know for a fact. Now I don't make up stuff with people, with people I think I heard. But Biden, he just say the N word and call people niggas and stuff right out of his mouth. I've even seen videos where he was in Congress back in the 70s. He would say stuff like that. He would say something like that. So he ain't never too much care for black folks. But I don't know. I don't know why we keep falling for that okey doke. And I was like, oh no, I ain't want Trump. You know what? The more and more that I really start thinking about it, I think we're probably better off with Trump. For real. Because let me tell you something. Trump ain't no racist. People may say, oh, he's racist and this and that, or da da da. You know, he um hold on a second. Let me take a picture of this. Only thing I think people got so Let me tell you, Trump has all he said who he was and what he was about before he ran. And Trump didn't too much care for nobody in a sense. You know? Because let me tell y'all something. If it wasn't for Trump, that third stimulus check, we wouldn't have got nothing. You know? All right. Sometimes I wonder, if we'd be better off. If we really truly would have been better off staying with damn Trump. You know? Well, I don't know. We got on that third stimulus, you know, because that's what Trump came up and said, and that's what they said. That's what they had decided to go with. But I don't know. I haven't heard nothing. Biden has not done that one thing yet with people in regards to with black folks. Nothing other than appointed Kamala as vice president. I think we got so. I think see sometimes, and I know I'm guilty of that too. We get so into, oh my God, he voted for a black woman. No, he got a black woman as VP. Da da da, and think that's supposed to be enough. When the when the fact of the matter is, if he didn't choose her, or he didn't choose a woman or a black woman, see Biden. The only reason why Biden put a black woman as vice president was because he opened up his mouth and said it first. I'm going to appoint a black woman before he even had anybody in mind. He said that. And when he said it, he had to um he had to fulfill that promise. She is black. She is black. No, she's part Southeastern Indian, but she's black. Her father was black. If she was to walk down this, if she was to walk down the street, they would have looked at her and say, "Oh, she's a light skinned black woman." There's a lot of Indian people from India or whatever. They're black. So when you look at her and you look at her, you look at her picture, you look at her profile. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, you from Southeast Asian." No, no, you do not. She looks more black than she looks Asian than in terms of her features coming out. She just looked light skinned. That's all. So KDD, that is her lineage, but that's not really the point. the point is that Biden has yet shown black folks what they could do. And to be honest, I'm tired of giving away my vote, you know, for nothing in return. Everybody else, um, well, in her case, and I've heard her say out of her mouth that her mother raised her to be African American, black. So, and that's how that is what's coming out of that. So, all I know is that um, you had to put a woman in there because you said I'm gonna put a woman on there in my ticket, and that's it. You had to follow through. Otherwise, if he never said that, if he had never even came up and said that in the first place, they would have been no woman. There would have been no white. There would have been no woman as a VP. There would not have been not one woman on there. I doubt it. I don't think so. Is Halloween Saturday night or is it Sunday? Hmm. I doubt it. I ain't bought no candy. Nope. And I don't even think I'll be home yet by the time. Let me see. I may not even be home that around that time because I don't like to be coming at late at night anyway. Candy's gotten way too expensive. Way too expensive. I haven't even gone to the Dollar Tree. I have not been to the Dollar Tree just um to see what they even got at the Dollar Tree. And the Dollar Tree, they stuff so they don't even when those candies like $1, they put barely any candy in the bag. And then now, when you go to regular stores, the size of the candies and stuff is shrunk in terms, nope, way too expensive. I'm just gonna go ahead and, mm, man, that's what I'm gonna do. I ain't no doing nothing. Unless I find me some candy that's really reasonable price, I'll do that. But mhm, I'm trying to monitor and see what's going on with the World Series. The Braves are still leading 1-0, top of the eighth. But well, I ain't gonna be finding it because I ain't gonna be driving around looking for no candies. I'm gonna do my little survey assignments at the Sam's Club, and I don't have a Sam's membership, so ain't no point in me looking for none. I'm not driving around looking for no candy. Matter of fact, my my little thing I was supposed to be doing was zero spending on unnecessary stuff. So I'm supposed to be for 3 days. Only thing I'm supposed to be buying is groceries, and that's it. I'm not supposed to be buying no Chick-fil-A, KFC, nothing. McDonald's. I ain't supposed to spend no of my money. Spend not one money on extras. So I haven't been in the Dollar Tree in months, and I don't even know what they got inside. But I know that the Dollar Tree is not the Dollar Tree because they started selling other things, um, $5, $8 and stuff, whatever. And luckily for me, when I went to the Dollar Tree, when I went shopping, and I took y'all when I was buying those cleaning supplies, when it was $1 and it was name brand stuff, I bought me a whole bunch of cleaning stuff that I still got. I still got cleaning stuff. I don't have to buy no cleaning things for months. No, it's not cold turkey because I don't eat out like that. It ain't no cold turkey. Because when I eat out, I buy things like meals type of stuff that'll give me at least 2, 3 days of meals or whatever. So it ain't no cold turkey because I do cook. I don't know why y'all keep assuming that when I eat out, it's like I'm always eating out all the time. Yeah, I don't show y'all. Y'all don't have me on a video taking y'all along. Y'all see me eating out all the time. I do not. So I hope y'all bought your meals for the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I sure have bought mine with turkey wings. I got that, um, I got plenty of vegetables. Only thing I wish that I had did was able to grow my vegetable garden with collard greens. Now it's not too late for me to plant collard greens, but because when it gets colder, that's when it's really good. But um, I do want to go to the farmers market this week and buy me I'm gonna buy me some more turkey wings. I still got a lot remaining, but I want to buy me more. I'm not buying no turkey, but I'm gonna buy um I want to buy collard greens, but they've been so skimpy. I was like, one collard greens was not so expensive, like a big bushel. I want to buy that, and then cut them up, put them in those Ziploc bags, and put them in the freezer, and start cooking some, and also buy like sweet potato, um, kale. I want to start buying more, more fresh vegetables. All right. Talk to you soon. Because I don't want to be buying, I think a lot of people say, oh, I think people, when they go their grocery haul, they buying a lot of unnecessary stuff. What I mean by unnecessary things, I'm talking about um, a lot of box goods that really doesn't have any nutritional value. And when you buy more fresh foods, even if you buy frozen vegetables, it's still fresh, but it's just been frozen. But if you buy more of healthier items, more healthier foods, you don't really need to buy as much food. People talk about stockpiling and all that stuff. There's certain things you may want to buy, you know, like for instance, buying more meats and fresh meats, even if, protein, chicken, fish, things like that, and buy those type of items. But when you start buying, things that you see in the supermarket, the middle shelves, those things really don't have a whole lot of value. One thing I was wondering when people talk about they don't have any more Lunchables. I'm like, Lunchables? Why would I want to buy those prepackaged Lunchables? People say, I'm buying Lunchables for the kids. You could make a sandwich, um, buy like maybe some fruit and cut them up, make your own Lunchables. I don't know, prepackaged stuff. And people talk about, oh, they got no more lunch meats. I'm like, those things don't have no value. You don't get full, you don't get nourished, and buying those things, you're gonna have to keep constantly buying it, and then it's expensive. It's like if people really stop buying certain type of things, prices will automatically go down. You know, they make certain foods, make certain items. They like, oh, we running out. And people go on this frenzy of spending and buying a whole bunch of stuff that's not even necessary. It's just not necessary. Now I can understand, you buy canned vegetables because if you can't get it fresh, at least get it canned. But there's other things you really don't need to be running to buy all the time. Cookies and cakes and stuff like that. Those things have a especially if you buy baking items. Like you go to Publix and they make cookies and stuff like that. Those stuff they don't really be high in price when you think about it because they make them. It has an expiration date. It can only last for so many days or weeks, and that's it. You buy stuff like that as a treat, and like the prices of milk. I mean, like price of milk. My milk gone up so much. I was like, oh dang. But even then, if you time it right, I bought me some moo chocolate milk. It was on sale for two. It was half a gallon, two for $6. So I bought two. And they might be saying, well, that's kind of pricey. But then when I looked at the regular price of like half a gallon chocolate milk, like like the Publix brand, it was like $3 and change. I said, shoot, if I buy the Publix brand, it was a little bit higher than $3. It would have been 3.60 something. So I said, okay, I'll save about 60 something cent, and I'll buy a name brand chocolate milk. So um It just depends how you buy things. There's only certain things that I only buy when I go to the grocery store, which is staple things like bread, milk, and eggs, and probably some bacon. Even though bacon is probably a little bit expensive, but you know I'll buy stuff like that. But all the other things and all the stuff, I try to stock up, you know, and have it available. Something that I can put in the freezer, and then when I'm ready to cook, I'll cook it. You know, but all these other little boxy stuff, I'm trying not to do that. I'm not trying to buy a lot of box foods and stuff. I buy beans, peas, well, beans, um, protein type of foods and meats, and make many meals from that. And it's only me. So, all the other little stuff, yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to talk long. So, I guess I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. So, good night.